kom maar, kom maar. Hi, Anastasios. You speak English. You speak English, right? No, it's okay, of course. You speak English or Dutch? You speak English.
Yeah.
I don't mind speaking English.
Cool. I don't mind speaking
Okay.
English either.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anastasios. Am
That's
I
correct.
pronouncing it correctly?
You're pronouncing it perfectly. What's your
Awesome,
name?
awesome. My name is Terra Dakota, but you can call me Terra.
Terra?
Terra?
Terra.
Yeah, Terra.
Dakota?
Dakota, yeah.
Terra Dakota.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my
Wonderful
name.
applause for Terra Dakota for
Oh!
her excellent hosting skills. And the wonderful technicians, sound technicians who were withstanding the cold and the wind all day here.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Anastasios. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara.
Please allow me to take up your card. I have it here. Because from what I understood is... oh, Anastasios, waar ben je? Ja, daar ben je. Good, because from what I understood, you'll be sharing a story.
I can share a story, yes.
You can share a story.
I mean, it's the question is, I saw the banner, it says, what's
Yeah.
your story? And I thought, yeah, well,
Yes.
I can come and share one.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. But first, Anastasios, who are you and what do you do in everyday life?
I am a musician. Primarily, I work as a musician in theater and storytelling, and also film and media. I was born in Athens, in Greece, and I
Greece.
moved to the Netherlands about 10 years ago.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And might I ask, do you live in Amsterdam? Or?
I live in Amsterdam North now.
Oh, you live in Amsterdam North?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which place?
I have a studio at the NDSM area.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the studio called?
It's a studio for music and production.
And what's the name?
Nomad Music.
Nomad Music?
Music, yeah.
Music. Okay. We can follow it. We can follow
On
it online.
Instagram, yes.
Instagram, Nomad Music, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
so at Nomad Music.
For
Nice,
sure.
nice. So in everyday life, you're a musician.
I'm a musician, yes, mostly, yes. That's what
What
I do.
kind
But
of
I also
music?
I play folk music from Greece, Balkans, the Mediterranean, also Turkish and
Ah.
Arabic music. But I've also studied classical music, and then my studies expanded in theater and film music. So I also do production.
Awesome. Okay.
Mhm.
And are there productions that you have already worked on that are maybe known? Like, what kind of productions have you worked on so far?
Well, I've worked in this year. I worked in a couple of theater productions that are going to be
Like which one?
Remla. It's a dance theater show produced by the Mirvart in New West, and another couple of children's shows that I did this year. And I also host music jams around the city and also in my studio in Amsterdam.
Awesome. Okay.
In Amsterdam and DSM, I mean.
NDSM.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep this brief because you're going to share a story with us.
I was going to share a story, yes.
Yeah. So, what's what makes this story so important to you?
Well, I was asked to share a story about something that has happened to me that connects me to the area. So I was going to
Amsterdam
share
North, right?
an anecdote of what happened to me in Amsterdam and DSM when I first moved in the area.
Okay. Well, then Anastasios, take the stage.
Is it okay if you stay with me and I
Of
tell
course,
it to
I'm
you
here.
as well?
Oh, yes. You can talk to me.
And also, please come closer. This is
Yeah.
stories. Come on.
It's a story.
We do this to bridge the distance and cover the distance, not
You're
to make
right,
it bigger.
you're right.
Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. So here's the story. I moved to Amsterdam 10 years ago, and I had a studio in West at the beginning. And a friend of mine took me to the north to NDSM, and he was showing me the NDSM building and the ateliers. And I was totally unaware of the history of the place. I was totally unaware that this has been a shipyard, that it was closed for 40 years. This was squatted by wonderful teams of people who created festivals and who created demonstrations, who created wonderful artworks. No idea about all of this. I went to an empty shipyard, and there was some studio ateliers, and I was like, this is so cool. I would never make it, but I wish that one day, maybe I'm renting a studio, something like this, it would never be in DSM, would never be as cool as this, but one day, maybe something else. 5 years later, I was kicked out of every studio in Amsterdam City because I play music, as I said, I make music, and music is considered noise nowadays. So they go like, noises should be out of the city. And I said, oh, there's no space for me. Wherever I go, they see the piano and they kick me out. They said, have you heard about Amsterdam NDSM? Sorry, sir. And I said, well, I have, but I wouldn't think there is space for me there. And they said, yes, there is space. And I found a studio right where I was checking, basically, at NDSM. I found a studio, and I started hosting my jam session and my music production sessions and all of that. Now, 5 years ago when I moved to NDSM, there was no buildings, there was no cafes, there was no Albert Heijn, there was nothing. It was literally nothing. If I wanted to buy, I don't know, a pack of cigarettes, I had to buy it from Central Station before I take the ferry. If I forgot anything, I had to take the ferry back to Central Station, yes?
So right.
There were no trash bins in the streets for tourists because there were no tourists. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't a part of Amsterdam hadn't been expanded yet. So day one, I finished my work, and I have a trash bag, and I don't really know what to do with it because there is no trash cans around the building or anywhere in the area. So I take it with me on the ferry, and I go to Central Station, and I throw my trash at Central Station, which is, you know, nowadays it's a crime.
Yeah.
It was like you can't burden the
Yeah.
Central Station with your Amsterdam North trash. It's like you shouldn't, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I didn't know any better. So very soon, someone told me that there is a trash room inside the building. Only my studio is from the outside of the building, and I don't know how to get inside the building. So I find the way to get inside the building, and I find the trash room, but my key is not working for the specific room, and all the keys are electronic, and I have to call gemeente, that has to call the private company that runs the building, that has to call the company that runs the keys of the private company, that has to come and reprogram the key while I'm there. So meanwhile, the days go by, and there is trash bags every day that I need to get rid of. And every day I take my trash bag on the ferry to Central Station, and I get rid of it there. At one point, I'm like, I should explore the neighborhood a bit. Maybe there are some options that I'm not aware of. So what I did, I went from the side of the NDSM building. There are some ateliers there, like they look like big garage places that they've transformed them to ateliers. Outside of them is like nice benches, and there is some like artwork, some welded artwork, some big woodwork as well. Like, you know, NDSM has been a place that always people have been gathering to create something bigger than themselves, no? They have the space to really think big and create big. So they have all these little things outside the studio, and I see behind all these artworks, I see these trash cans that are like painted over green, and there are some like dry sticks that are it's like someone pruned their trees. Hey, it's someone pruned their trees and then took all the branches of the woods and they threw them in the trash can. So I squeezed the weeds away and the pruned trees, and I stuffed my trash bag in that trash can. The next day in the afternoon, I hear outside my door. I open the door, there's a trash bag there. Now, is this the trash bag that I threw yesterday, or is it the one that I took out this morning? I can't remember. So in the end of the day, I take the trash bag, I go to that new place that I found with the trash cans. I see some other trash cans a bit further. I'm like, I stuff my bag in there. The next afternoon, I go outside, 2 trash bags. Now I know that I've clearly put the trash bag somewhere that I shouldn't have. 5 minutes later, a phone call, because they found my name and my address, and they've Googled me and they found my phone number, and they said, "Why did you throw the trash in this?" I said, I'm really sorry, I had no idea, but I thought it was a trash can. What was it? I said, "This is not a trash can. These are trash cans, that old ones that we took from the gemeente, and we painted them, and this is an art project. We've planted plants and flowers in there. It's the winter now, you don't see them, but in a few months there will be things blossoming out of this trash can." So this is my introduction and my entrance to Amsterdam North NDSM. Thank you very much for having me.
Ja, leuk. Ja.
I know better now.
Yeah. You know better now. Thank
Thank you,
you,
Dana.
Anastasios. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Great. Yeah, it was a pleasure as well. Yeah. Applaus. Ja. Amazing. Ja, grappig hè, hoe dat kan gaan. En ja, goed, afval dumpen. Het is een groot probleem nog steeds. Maar daar wordt aan gewerkt. En ik zie Raoul naar de volgende spreker toe lopen volgens mij.